Grand Rising. Y'all starting early in the AM. Y'all are starting early in the fucking AM. I'm here to tell y'all, I don't really give a fuck. In a sense of, be yourself. And I am talking to you down low men. Yes, I'm talking to y'all. I don't want to hear it. I simply don't want to motherfucking hear it. Your mothers, y'all always like to point the blame to your mothers. Your mothers know what you are before you know what you are. A lot of people in the world know what you are before you know what you are, before you even have proper understanding of what you are. My question to y'all is, even to just gay men, period, why does the term fag bother you so much? Calling you a fag is the same thing as y'all calling us bitches. When I was 7 years old and I discovered that I had a gay brother, when I was 9, I got mad and I called that motherfucker a fag. And I got in trouble by my daddy, who had secrets, because your child will expose your secrets. This is why gay children come about. Yes, indeed. Because you didn't want to accept your sexuality. Most people think that being gay is not a calling. Yes, the fuck it is. You are called to be gay. That doesn't mean in the next lifespan you'll be gay. The only way that happens is if you don't be your true authentic self. Then in the next lifespan, you'll go through it again. And again, and again, and again, until you become your authentic self with it. Until you accept you for what you are. All these talks about suicide and depression and people bullying me and making fun of me. No, people weren't making fun of you and people weren't bullying you. People was letting you know early head on what you were. And now I can understand the bullying because people didn't understand why you were what you were. I can understand the depression because you did not accept what you were, nor did the people around you accept you to be what you were going to be. Now that I can understand. But the fact of the matter is, the reason why any of that is even acceptable is because you do not accept what you are. You don't accept what you were called to be. This is not for you authentic homosexual men. These are for the down low men who do not accept what they are. And they don't want to accept what they are because of other people not accepting what they are. And that is something that was taught by so-called Christians who ain't even fucking Christian, because if they was, they would have accepted you for what you were. So no demons when you see demons, because most times these people that don't accept you for what you are the demons in your life that allowed some shit to happen to you. This is why they already know what you are. Not all of them. Some of them just see you for who you are before you even become aware of who you are. But the real ideology of the situation is, do you accept who you are? Because if you don't accept yourself, nobody else will accept you. That's where the frustration comes in at. A lot of people know that you're going to be a tyrant in people's life because you won't be your authentic self. You will not express that nature of yourself. You don't want anybody to know that nature of yourself. Therefore, you cause damage control in people's livelihood, especially to women, that you use as a cover-up because you don't want to disclose what your true desire is. And let me explain something to women out here, because I know women that do have gay husbands, and they're very fully aware that their husbands are gay. And they love anyway. And some of them just love because they think if they love them enough, that they're going to love them back. And I'm here to tell you that a gay man will never love you. A down low man will never love you. Ever. I don't give a fuck how many coochies you eat, how many motherfuckers you let that motherfucker slang his penis with. He will never love you. Ever. He might have love for you, but as far as being in love with you, he will never be in love with you. I don't give a fuck if he took you downtown today and married your ass. He will never be in love with you. You will always be fighting for his attention because his attention span is not on you. So if you make the choice to be miserable because you want love and you know that your husband is gay and you know that you're never going to receive it, don't fucking complain, because that's what the fuck you chose, because you thought that your love was big enough to change his mind, and it never will be. You are not what he requires, nor what he desires. You are a cover-up. That means that man will never have growth out here, because you're accepting him to be false. And you're letting him go out here and be treacherous to everybody in the motherfucking community, because he has to cover up the fact that his true desire is a love for a man. And what y'all need to understand is, when a young man becomes backdoor Billy Joe, that is an erection that has to be fulfilled. You as a woman do not carry a penis. Therefore, you can't backdoor Billy Joe no fucking man. Some of you can't even fathom fucking your man with a dildo, because it will turn your stomach if you are a straight woman. That means you need to be with a straight man. Leave that shit to the studs. This is why most of them go for studs, because they accept that shit and they think that shit is cute, and they're part of the motherfucking problem too. Because they're confused, their motherfucking self. But it's an erection that has to be filled. It doesn't matter how many times a down low man or a gay man fucks you, you cannot fulfill the erection in the ass. The erection in the ass has to be fulfilled. It doesn't matter how many times he ejaculates, he's still not getting an erection from you. The erection, the fulfillment has to come through his behind. So if you cannot put on a strap on and give him an erection, there's no love for you. At least not in love anyway. This is why people mistake lust for sex. They mistake love for sex, which love does come through intimacy. When people, confirmation if y'all heard the horn, love comes through intimacy. It's a bonding. This is why people have children and become bonded to each other. This is where bonding attachments come from. When you have sex, you bond together. You don't have a bond with your husband, your down low husband, or your homosexual husband. You don't have a bond to him, because you won't put on a strap on to backdoor Billy Joe him. You don't have a penis to backdoor Billy Joe him. So you don't have a bond with him. It will never be there. Understand it. So if you are suffering, you're suffering because that's what you chose. And just like you chose to suffer, you can choose to not suffer. You can choose to leave. I don't give a fuck how much a motherfucker say, I love you, whoop de whoop. That motherfucker don't love you because he can't get an erection from you. And if you are called to be a gay man, be a gay man. So that you can move past being a gay man the next motherfucking lifetime. A lot of you are stuck in cycles. You don't understand why you are the way you are. You're called to be that. That is your calling. Accept it. Accept who you are. That's it. That's fucking all. There's no reason to be depressed behind it. There's no reason for you to allow nobody to make you feel some type of way about you. God called you to be a motherfucking gay man. Be gay. Stop being false out here. Confirmation. That's not what you're being called to be. You're called to be gay. If your contract is to be a motherfucking rapist, be that. Sorry, not sorry. And a rapist and a pedophile is totally different. A pedophile is a motherfucker that likes kids. A rapist is just a person that likes ass. Because in order for somebody to motherfucking rape you, 9 times out of 10, they're taking your ass cheeks as a male. Not as a female, but as a male. Rape comes through the behind. It doesn't really come through the vagina. I know a lot of women be like, oh, that bitch, that's just you not wanting to be touched. And bitch, you didn't get moist down there. So that's why motherfuckers call it rape. Because you get bruised and shit up down there and all that good motherfucking shit. Because motherfucker, you wasn't aroused by that motherfucker. So yes, you would call that rape. Because you said no. And you are allowed to say no. But real rape is being touched in the ass. Because that's not something that you're supposed to go in. You don't go in nothing that nobody shits out of. I don't give a fuck who you are, straight man or not. You're not supposed to be back there in that straight woman's behind. That's not what that's for. I'm getting everybody straight in this motherfucker. Because you niggas is insane. In the men brains. Getting on my motherfucking TL with this shit early in the morning because you feel suicidal. Get unmotherfucking suicidal and accept your motherfucking calling. Because I'm going to love you either way. If you're gay, straight, bi, whatever the fuck you want to be. Long as you understand that I like what I like and I don't accept what you like. That don't mean I don't have love for you. That just means I know and I understand you can never be in love with me. And I damn sure ain't never going to be in love with you. And if I was in love with you and I understand what you are in love with, I'm not in love no more. It's a cutoff. It's a cutoff. That's not an attraction for me. It turns my stomach, and I'm letting you know it. Do I have a problem with my LGBTQ babies? No, I don't. I love y'all to the fullest 10th of the motherfucking power of vicinity. But I don't give a fuck about what. That's your shit. That's not my shit. Does that mean I can't hang with y'all? No, I can hang with y'all, club with y'all, turn up. Most open gay people are the most freest spirits I have ever met in the universe. Because they are open with themselves. They love themselves and they accept themselves. That's a part of being free in nature. But when you don't want to free yourself, free your mind, God damn it, you fucking everybody else up. You putting your heartache and pain and burdens of your guilt that you think is guilt, that's not guilt, on other people. But that's what you're expelling when you are bonding with people. You're trauma bonding. Because somebody put you in a trauma that you don't have no understanding of, and you're not sure if you're supposed to go that way because somebody told you, some wicked ass motherfucker told you you're not supposed to be that way, which you probably was never supposed to be that way. But if you were called to be that, you were just called to be that. Things happen. You could be the first son of a Jew. That's the understanding that you need to have. It was placed upon you, a curse that needs to be broken by you. Well, how do you break the curse, Janae? Daughter, how do you break the curse? You become your authentic self and you accept the calling. And once you accept the calling, you can move on and become the straight man that you want to be in a lifetime. But in this lifetime, if you was backdoor Billy Joe, you wasn't called to be a straight man. You was called to have the understanding of what a gay man went through. Because 9 times out of 10, you were probably one of those people that made fun of a gay person. Which is why in a lifespan, you are becoming a gay person. Because the people that chose to make fun of you were probably just like you. And you took on their trauma. And you accepted their trauma. And now in some way in your motherfucking mental, you hate yourself. Why? Because somebody placed their traumatic experiences on you. And that's what you don't understand either. Well, how do you get rid of somebody's traumatic experiences? You accept their experiences head on. Whatever the devil may lay out in front of you, you accept it and you take it on. And that's not to say that you can't go out here and have children, but you need to understand that your children will expose you in another life form. And a lot of you don't like to see your children be gay because that's your secrets on display. And you are the motherfuckers, you Christian, you holy rollers, are the ones that put this trauma on these babies because you didn't want to be your authentic self and you didn't realize that you would cycle back in. No matter how many times you cycled back in, you can cycle back in 30 different motherfucking carts. One of them 30 out of them carts is going to still expel your secret. And that be the child that you're the hardest on, that you show hate to, that you despise because you couldn't do it. You're the true fag because you couldn't do it. You couldn't tell people that you love to lay down with men. Huh? Because that's what it means. It means you have sex with men. That's what it means. And if you have sex with men, then you're a fag. Accept it. It's not derogatory. Y'all trying to make it derogatory. The definition says you sleep with men. Gay means happy. Anybody can be motherfucking gay. Everybody can be gay out this bitch. Being a fag is totally different. Being a fag means you sleep with men. I have that understanding. I looked it up at 7. Well, at 9. At 9, I looked it up at 9. But I got the fathomness of what gay was at 7. Because I didn't know what the fuck that shit was. I just knew that church told us it was wrong. Because back then, the churches didn't want gay people in the church. Them holy rollers. Them so-called Christian holy rollers. Because the book said you wasn't supposed to be that way. Well, a gay man made the book. King James was gay. A straight fag. Sure the fuck was. Because why? First son of a Jew. Y'all can say he was whatever the fuck. Whatever. Each lifetime, you're something different. I don't care. Your culture is something different each lifetime. Shut the fuck up. I can say he was Roman, European, Catholic. Well, I don't give a fuck what you say. At the beginning of time, you was a Jew. Have that understanding. Break the curse. Break the cycle. Enjoy your livelihood. Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about your fathers. You doing what they couldn't do. That's phenomenal. That's what you accept. Being phenomenal. Because you can be yourself. And if they say something to you, call them what they call you. Because that's the motherfucker that couldn't be himself. Now you on display to show him that being gay or a fag is phenomenal. There's a lot of gay people that are phenomenally doing things out here. Living their best life, open and free. And don't let nobody take that from you, because you are healing your bloodline from a curse that was placed on you from the beginning of time. You are great. Don't let nobody take your greatness from you. Don't be out here using women as cover up because your mothers don't accept you. She accepted your stank ass father, and he was gay the whole time he was with her ass. That's why she ain't with him. Because he was gay. And the motherfucker that he chose over her is the stupid bitch that don't know his secrets. The bitch can't see to save her life. And if she can see, she's just a dumb bitch for sticking around. Or she just never wanted to try again. Or she just loves to make motherfuckers miserable. Because miserable motherfuckers love company. So let that motherfucker be the company. But if you want real love in your life, don't settle. You don't settle for what you don't desire. My big brother told me when I was 7, and he was so mad because they told me that he was gay. And I asked him why. And he said, you love who you love. And that was the most authentic thing that could have came out of anybody's mouth. Because he accepted the fact that that's what he loves. And that is what you are supposed to accept. So, don't flood my TL with this shit. Because I ain't going for it. I'm not here to give you a motherfucking pity party or none of that shit and tell you, oh, it's okay. No, you're not supposed to be. I'm not going to tell you you're not supposed to be something when I know God has called you to be that so you can break a fucking cycle. Break the cycle. That's why you are called. It's a gift in itself, to believe it or not. You're doing a grand gesture for your lineage. You don't want gay men in your lineage, then the ones that are gay in your lineage are being called to be their authentic self to break a fucking cycle. So you won't have the issue. Yet y'all keep making the issue an issue. A lot of you women don't understand why your kids are being attacked by rapists. Because the cycle ain't been broken. You know how many pedophiles I've ran into? I got 3 gay lovers. Yes, and my sons still have not broken the cycle because they don't want people to know that they like booty. You are the first sons of a Jew. Break the fucking cycle. It's in the book. They taught you what a sacrificial marriage was in the book. I heard what you said. Fuck y'all occults. I don't give a fuck. I said what I said. I don't give a fuck. Y'all know I don't give a fuck. I said it from the beginning of my motherfucking ascension phase. I don't give a damn. I didn't want y'all joining these motherfucking occults for whatever fucking power, whatever fucking staff y'all want to fucking hold. But because it has already been severed, it is what the fuck it is. And you have to stand in your power. And you cannot stand in your power until you defeat the enemy that placed the curse on you. It is a curse. It is a curse on the women in your family and on the men in your family. Y'all talk about breaking generational curses. The gay man, the homosexual man, the down low man, especially these down low men. You are called to break the curse. Everybody want to walk around talking about, I'm breaking generational curses. No, you're just doing healing work. As a woman, you're doing healing work. That's all you're doing. That's what I'm up here doing. I'm doing healing work. Healing the bloodline. I can't force nobody to accept themselves. They have to do that on their own. I cannot force the men in my lineage to break a cycle. They have to want to do that on their own because, unfortunately, the men are the only ones that can break a generational curse because the curse comes through them. The curse was placed upon them. It didn't say nothing about the woman being a sacrificial marriage. It said the man. That means the marriage belongs to a man. It was never to a woman. This is why men get down on their knees and they bow to the coochie. They don't bow to the woman in her face. They don't say, hey, will you marry me? They get down on the knee and they face be right in front of the cootie cat. And that's what they bow to because they vowing to be covered up by the woman. To not expose their secrets. That's the oath that you take, that you need to untake. Stand up in front of me and ask me. Don't ask my coochie to cover you when my coochie is not what you desire. Don't ask me to be a pawn in your game. Because I'm not here to play that game. And I don't think any other woman was here to play that game either. I don't think she really understood what oath she was taking when you stood and dropped down to your knees and bowed to the cootie cat. She was taking an oath to cover your secrets. The curse was placed on the man. Get it up off you. Don't worry about what everybody got the fuck to say. Them is the motherfuckers that couldn't do what the fuck you are being called to do. Them the scary assholes that can't walk around being free. They're trapped. Their whole mental is discombobulated. They're fucked up. You're not the fucked up one. But can you become fucked up listening to them motherfucking naysayers and shit? Hell yeah. Can you become depressed and suicidal listening to them motherfucking? Hell motherfucking yeah. But don't worry about what people got to say. God called you to break a cycle. Confirmation with the horn. Do the fucking job. It's not even hard. When you make people, because people are always forcing people to do shit. When you force somebody to accept you, they don't got no fucking choice. Because if they don't like it, they can hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. Because we don't want you motherfuckers around anyway. We can't be ourselves around you, puck motherfuckers. So get the fuck on. You don't belong here. I'll be damned if a motherfucker don't accept me. Bitch, you don't accept what I like, hit the road, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Don't come around. You can't see me for who I am and what I'm called to be by Most High. Bitch, get the fuck on there, fuck you. Let the doorknob split you with where the good Lord should have motherfucking hit you. I don't give a fuck. But what I'm not gonna do is walk around this motherfucker. And I said this from the beginning of my motherfucking ascension when I told my father I'm tired of being a motherfucking hideout. Because we are gifted beings. And people don't want to accept the gifted beings. You learn this in the Masonic books. How motherfuckers didn't understand how we were able to see God and they wasn't able to see God, but they walk around here being Christian holy riders, talking about they know God and Jesus Christ. Bitch, you don't know God or Jesus Christ. You can't even accept a motherfucking homosexual. How the fuck you know God? You don't know nothing. You a blind motherfucker walking around. Can't see a damn thing but your own motherfucking snooty ass nose that can't come down out the motherfucking sky. And if it rain, bitch, you'll drown. You hoes need to free your mind. Because we sick of you. Trying to restrict people from being themselves. What God called them to be. Authentic in nature. Confirmation with the horn. So curses can be broken through the lineage. Now I'm going to get off here and I'm going to let that marinate a little bit, and you fucked up ass individual holy Christian rollers fucking mental. Because y'all to be ashamed of yourself from the beginning to right motherfucking now. How dare you stand in any motherfucking child's face and tell them, it's not okay. It may not be okay, but did you explain to them why it's not okay? Did you explain to them what happened back in the past? No, you motherfuckers did not. Did you get that book out and tell them about the sacrificial marriage? No, you punk motherfuckers did not. You just told them, oh, you shouldn't be that way because God wouldn't accept you. Why would God not accept him? And he called him to be something, to break a cycle. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. And if you still passing that fucking fuck ass knowledge on, you really ought to be ashamed of yourselves. I tell my sons every day, I don't give a fuck who you love. You better be open about it. Because I got my stains at once upon a time. I didn't accept it. I didn't understand it. I didn't pay attention to that shit either until I had to get down in the motherfucking Bible and really understand what the curse was. Now I'm here correctionalizing some shit. Yes, I said correctionalizing. That's my motherfucking term. This is Ebonics over here. Lingo. I had to get over here and heal my lineage. Not break a curse, because I can't do that, because the curse wasn't placed upon me. It's only hitting me because I have men in my family that don't want to be openly expressive about the trauma, about their true desires, because they feel like they're not accepted or that they won't be loved. You will always be loved. But can you be in love with something you don't desire? Can you bond with something that you don't desire? No, you cannot. So therefore, you keep the curses up on the bloodline until you decide to express yourself and free your mind. And you got a lot of time. A lot of time. Because nobody's leaving this motherfucker. Nobody's going up into the incinerator until you have completed every cycle. Until you have broken every curse. People think dying early is bad. No. My last Passover was at 59 because I was such a motherfucking goody two-shoes. I gave my all to my family. I let them deplete me. I took on all their secrets. I took away all their hurt. I let them drain me of my energy to protect them from being hurt. I took that on. That's what a good person does. But at the same time, savory is not always good. This is something I'm back to learn. Because when you are constantly out here saving people, you are stunting their growth. One has to learn to save themselves. And if they do not learn it, well, here comes another go round. Here comes another cycle. Here comes another curse. Because the curse is going to recycle back in with you until you have an understanding. Savory can be a curse upon curses. But once you do your due diligence, yeah, you might have an early death because you're doing the due diligence that you was called to do, and the term is up so that your spirit can be free. A lot of people don't like my say because I'm so fucking free. It's pitiful, y'all. They don't understand. How can she just be so happy? How can she be so gay? Because I understand it now. So therefore, I don't have I can't trauma bond with people. I can only give them the truth. I can't trauma bond with them. And people don't like the fact that I can't trauma bond with them. So it turns into hatred because I don't accept their flaws. I'm never going to accept your flaws because you're not called here to be flawless. You're called here to be authentic, not false. You come here to be true and honest and authentic, not false. You're not here to be damaging. You're not here to be damaged. And that's what you have to understand. If you want to continue to be damaged out here, then keep hiding your secrets. But either way, it's coming to the forefront. That's what you do have to understand. Your kids are going to tell it all. Everything you have ever done will be exposed in the next life form. And you're going to have a front row seat to it. If you didn't die from something extra tragic or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, if you're amongst your kids, if you get to spend time with your children, you get a front row seat to your secrets. And then you have to heal those parts of you through the next body parts that come amongst you, that you give birth to. This is the process of learning you, the reflections of you, your reflections. That's why I love to see motherfuckers that's reincarnated argue with themselves. Because a part of gentle parenting is learning how to heal yourself. So that means you have to teach yourself how to become great, to be better. A lot of y'all be out here, and I know, I done been in plenty of motherfucking altercations with myself and fights with myself. And I had to step into my own perspective and say, okay, well, what type of information, knowledge can I give to myself to help myself beat this cycle of whatever my child may be going through? What type of advice can I give myself in this form to help me grow so I can hit the next life form? I can elevate. That's a part of gentle parenting. Teaching yourself how to elevate. So when your child comes to you and be open to you and you shun them, you're not helping them elevate. You're helping them hide themselves. You're not helping them be authentic. for the parents that are, and I watch a lot of y'all, you know, have transgenders, babies and stuff. And I just be loving to see y'all embrace them and love them, you know. And then you have some motherfuckers out here that are just treacherous. And it's sickening. So anyway, I gotta go get me some breakfast or something, family, you know. But I'm gonna let it marinate. I'm not gonna go no more into it. Just be your authentic self and break the fucking curse. You men are the only people that can break generational curses. I don't know who told you fucking women out here that you was breaking generational curses. I had to come into that understanding my motherfucking self. We can't break no generational curse that wasn't fucking placed on us. It wasn't placed on us. It was placed on the man, and we're enduring it. This is why we are the healers. A man can be a healer too, but you can only be a healer once you accept your authentic nature. This is what gay men are called to do in the first motherfucking place. The authentic ones. They're called to teach a motherfucking download, man. This is why I be proud when y'all snitch on these motherfuckers. Because that's what you are supposed to do. Now, for you ones that are out here, because a lot of y'all are fucked up in the head too. I'm gonna tell y'all that before I get off here. For you gay, I know. Give me a second. For you homosexual man that's out here attacking straight men, because y'all have a fetish with that. Some of y'all have fetishes where y'all don't go after gay men. Y'all don't go after men like you. You like to attack women's husbands and shit like that, and flirt with them and shit like that. You want to try me? Little shit like that. You motherfuckers is the ones that need to be fucked up too. Yeah, I said it. Because you ain't right. Y'all the demons. Don't, look, hey, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you not liking what I said. If you're out here attacking straight men, you a demon. That's not for everybody. That's for the one out here that have fetishes with straight men, because in their mind, in their psychological mind, you really think that you're a woman. You're not a woman. And there's real transgenders out here. They were born that way. They're not cross-dressers. If you're a cross-dresser, you're false. I said what I said. I said what I said. And you out here touching straight men, trying to make them feel, you know, trying to make them believe that you're a fucking woman. And then when they get in the bed, they realize you're not no fucking woman. But you done motherfucking put a spell on them so motherfucking vicious in some way, some shape, some form. They decided, well, I must need to try it out. Because motherfuckers do roots. You motherfuckers are rooted. And I could go on and on about this shit. Let me get my ass off here. Y'all heard what I said. Don't bring that shit on my motherfucking TL no more. I don't want to talk about it no more. It's a curse. Break the curse. Be your authentic self. You holy high roller Christians, accept these motherfuckers so that they can break these motherfucking curses and stop telling them that they're not supposed to be that way when God called them to break a motherfucking generational curse that was placed on them from the beginning of time in the sacrificial marriages in that motherfucking Bible that you hoes don't want to fucking talk about. So peace, love, and toodles. And I'll holler at y'all another time. Don't start with me no more. Take the shit off so I can finish this motherfucker shit. Damn it.